All right, the New Mexico Lobos. Let's go ahead and bring them up on the screen. All right, Danny Gonzalez. Good gracious. Fourth season at the helm. He needs some help. He needs some work. He needs something to go his way. And maybe he did a very smart thing here. I think that he probably did by bringing in former UAB interim head coach and offensive coordinator Brian Vincent. But we'll get to that here in just a second, of course. 2-10 last year, but their postgame win expectancy was actually 2.5 wins. So, maybe. They were number 131 in offensive PPA per drive last year. Defense, though, was number 52 in PPA per drive. So the defense was actually pretty good last year. The issue is that they are now number 133 in returning production on defense. Not good. Let's start off with the offense here. Always a good thing. Again, Brian Vincent, UAB interim head coach. He is the new offense coordinator, and he brings his quarterback with him, Dylan Hopkins. He's a transfer starter, I guess the presumed starter. UAB was 7-3 in games that he finished last year. He was injured for a little bit. They lost both the games where he was injured. Is what it is. The offense cannot possibly be worse than they were last year at New Mexico. They've ranked last in SP Plus for the last 2 seasons. They were last in PPA per drive in 2022. Just brutal. Offensive line is losing 48% of their snaps. They moved their starting right tackle to defensive line. Feel like you might have needed him on the offensive line. Now, I don't know this team in and out. Obviously, Gonzalez, he got hired for the job. He knows what he's doing, we think. But seems interesting when you're losing that many snaps from your offensive line. As far as the defense goes, Rocky Long left to be the new Syracuse defensive coordinator. Reffett was the cornerbacks coach, and he's been a defensive coordinator here at New Mexico before. He's been a defensive coordinator several times, from what I understand, at New Mexico and whatever else. North Texas, I think. Was it him or somebody else? I might be getting my dudes mixed up. Either way, they lost 10 of 15 defenders who played at least 250 snaps last year. The defense, again, was pretty good. They were number 10 in passing downs PPA, number 42 in points per scoring opportunity. But they lost 8 of 11 guys that got a sack last year. They lost their top 6 tackles for loss guys. They lost their top 7 tacklers. Just rough. Dead last in defensive returning production, and no experienced transfers coming in. So do they just trust the guys, or I don't know. The key players this year, I've got 3 down here. Obviously, on defense, it's kind of a crapshoot. But on offense, Dylan Hopkins, of course, the UAB transfer quarterback. The running back, Christian Washington. And then you got Alabama State transfer, Jeremiah Hickson, coming in at wide receiver. I think he's going to be pretty good. Danny Gonzalez enters his 4th season. He needs, again, something good to happen here. They were 1-6-1 against the spread against Mountain West teams last year. He needs to be competitive. You got to be in these games if you want another year. As far as the defense, I don't know what to make of it. That's one key here. I don't know what to make of the talent, right? You just got a bunch of new faces coming in that nobody seems to know a whole lot about, and you got a new defensive coordinator. Yeah. The schedule, brutal, especially considering their talent level. Most of the people in this conference have got like a 125 to 132 strength of schedule. Not New Mexico. They got number 102. They got Texas A&M on the schedule. They got at Wyoming. They got at Boise State, at Fresno State. That means some of the more winnable games are at home. I've got them winning 3 of their first 4 games. But after that, no, sir. Don't feel good about this. I got a win over Hawaii at home. But, man, that's about it. Their win total is set at 4. Their projected record is actually 4.005, according to the numbers. I think 4 is them. I think they're going to lose their last 5 games, and that might be all she wrote for Danny Gonzalez. I hope that he does well, but man, I don't have a lot of belief. I haven't seen it yet. The floor for this team, I think, is probably 2-10. I think the ceiling, maybe they can find a way to make a bowl game. Maybe Brian Vincent makes a huge adjustment on offense, and they can find a way to outscore some of these teams. But I think that, losing that much on defense, It's going to hurt them big time. So I'm out on New Mexico. I've got them 4-8. I got them right on the number here. This is going to be a rough one. Rough one for the Lobos again. Don't feel great about it, but what are you going to do? Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.